One moment.
Sure.
One moment.
Sure.
Okay. Hold on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good afternoon. I'm Kenya McDuffie, Councilmember for Ward 5 and Chair of the Council's Committee on Business and Economic Development. Today is Wednesday, November 17th, 2021, and we're convening this additional meeting of the committee virtually via Zoom. We are also live streaming at kenyamcduffie.ward5.com/live. The time is now 2:38, and I'm calling to order this additional meeting of the committee. For the record, I'd like to note that we have a quorum, which consists of myself, Ward 3 Councilmember Mary Che, Ward 6 Councilmember Charles Allen, and today the committee is going to consider and vote on the following measures. PR 24-288, the Public Service Commission Richard Beverly Confirmation Resolution of 2021, PR 24-444, the Friendship Public Charter School, Inc. Revenue Bonds Project Approval Resolution of 2021, and PR 24-445, the DC Preparatory Academy Revenue Bonds Project Approval Resolution of 2021. Proposed Resolution 24-288, the Public Service Commission Richard Beverly Confirmation Resolution of 2021, was introduced on June 15, 2021 by Chairman Mendelson at the request of the mayor. It was referred on June 29, 2021 to the committee, which held a virtual public roundtable on this measure on November 8, 2021. The proposed resolution will confirm the reappointment of Richard Beverly as a member of the Public Service Commission, or the PSC, for a term to end on June 30th, 2024. Richard Beverly has served on the Public Service Commission since 2016. During the virtual public roundtable to consider the nomination, the committee heard from witnesses impressed with Mr. Beverly's ability to educate himself on new and emerging issues related to utility regulation and clean energy. Witnesses also praised Mr. Beverly's thoughtful consideration of matters before the Public Service Commission and willingness to author minority decisions, as well as his commitment to low-income ratepayers and distribution of clean energy. Prior to his appointment, Commissioner Beverly, as commissioner in 2016, Mr. Beverly worked as the General Counsel for the Public Service Commission and has also served as a member of the Administrative Review Board of the U.S. Department of Labor and General Counsel to the District's Office of Employee Appeals. A resident of Ward 1, Mr. Beverly earned a Bachelor of Arts degree from Howard University and a Juris Doctor from American University. Is there any discussion? Councilmember Che.
Yes, thank you, Chairman McDuffie. I'm very pleased to vote in favor of Commissioner Beverly's renomination to the PSC. During his tenure on the commission, he's consistently provided informed, forward-thinking leadership on various issues before the commission, and I believe he would continue to play that role during a second term should he be confirmed. At the roundtable, I asked Commissioner Beverly for his thoughts on the PSC's role over the next several years, including issues affecting grid modernization, consumer protection, climate resiliency, and other matters touching on the commission's jurisdiction. And I was impressed by his vision, both for the commission and the district. And I have no doubt that he would continue to be a leader on these issues during the upcoming term of the PSC. That said, I want to take a moment to highlight an important aspect of this particular nominee. Mr. Beverly's record as a PSC commissioner for the past several years has made it clear that he is the best candidate for the seat. However, when the council confirmed Mr. Beverly for his first term in 2016, we didn't make that decision in the blind. Rather, we had ample evidence at that time of his exemplary qualifications to serve on the PSC. In 2016, he had been employed at the commission for over 15 years, served as general counsel for the vast majority of that time. And as general counsel, Commissioner Beverly worked on many matters before the commission, including grid modernization, climate resiliency, utility, consumer rights and relief, and many other types of issues that would certainly come before the commission during his term. In short, Commissioner Beverly had extensive, demonstrable experience with the range of issues that come before the commission. Thus, it was no surprise that Commissioner Beverly was able to hit the ground running and provide such great leadership on these issues during his tenure. I say all of this because I want to make a point about why I and several members of the committee put forth legislation to set qualifications for members of the commission. The nominee before us today meets those criteria, and his record on the PSC shows why it's important that the mayor put forward nominees with this kind of direct experience and expertise. But Commissioner Beverly should not be the exception. All nominees for the PSC should be able to clearly illustrate their understanding of and vision for the range of issues that will come before the commission. And we're fortunate to have a number of qualified candidates like Commissioner Beverly in our jurisdiction. The mayor just needs to nominate them to serve on the PSC like she has done here. So thank you, Chairman.
And thank you for your remarks, Councilmember Che. Any further discussion on the nomination?
Mr. Chair.
Councilmember Charles Allen.
Thanks. I'll try to be very brief. I just want to comment in the same way I did at the hearing that I just been deeply, deeply impressed with Commissioner Beverly's leadership, thoughtfulness, vision that he's brought to the PSC. And I want to echo the point that I think my colleague just said, which is we really need Mr. Beverly to kind of just become the norm. He is exceptional, but I actually kind of want to just figure out how do we help normalize him among the PSC so that we have a PSC that is stocked full of the types of thinkers on the PSC that we see exemplified with Mr. Beverly. So I really appreciate Mr. McDuffie, you moving his nomination forward today. I enthusiastically and wholeheartedly support it. And I hope that we will in the future be in a position where we're not heralding one individual as an outlier, but really becomes the norm and maybe even just a little boring to see this level of expertise represented. So again, my thanks for moving him forward so quickly and look forward to his role. Thanks again. Councilmember, I can't tell, but it seems that Mr. McDuffie may have dropped off. Was it something I said?
Yes, he was overcome by your comment.
I'm going to assume it was the Wilson Building internet and that he will be back momentarily.
Yes, you are accurate on that.
Thank you. I don't know what's going on with the internet.
I thought it was something I said. I'm so sorry.
No, you look, both of your statements are spot on. I appreciate your statements. I think Mr. Beverly should not be the norm, particularly on a commission as important as the Public Service Commission. I will note that the Mac that I'm using today, I'm usually using a PC. I can't plug this thingamajig into the Mac. And so I think this is the hardwire I need for the internet. So I'm using the Wi-Fi and alas, I am back on line. And so thank you, Mr. Allen. Thank you for your earlier comments. Councilmember Che, there being no further discussion, I move the draft committee report and print with leave for staff to make technical, editorial, and conforming changes. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, the ayes have it unanimously and the measure is approved. The next measure was introduced by Chairman Mendelson on October 25th, 2021, at the request of the mayor. This is proposed resolution PR 24-444, the Friendship Public Charter School, Inc. Revenue Bonds Project Approval Resolution of 2021. This resolution was subsequently referred to the committee on November 2nd, 2021. Thereafter, the committee held a public roundtable on the measure last Wednesday, November 10th. The measure would authorize and provide for the issuance, sale, and delivery of District of Columbia revenue bonds in the aggregate principal amount not to exceed $20 million. The bond proceeds would help Friendship Public Charter School, Inc. with costs associated with renovation of its Lamont campus in Northeast DC, installation of an elevator system at its Blow Pierce campus in Northeast DC, and capital improvements and educational supports for several of its other campuses across the District of Columbia. As noted during last week's roundtable, each of these proposed uses comply with Section 490 of the District of Columbia Home Rule Act. Friendship PCS was established in 1998, currently is one of the district's largest public charter school networks as it operates 15 charter campuses on 9 sites that serve approximately 4,500 students in grades pre-K through 12. Is there any discussion on this resolution? Hearing none. I move the draft committee report in print with leave for staff to make technical, editorial, and conforming changes. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it unanimously, and the measure is approved. The final measure is PR 24-445, the DC Preparatory Academy Revenue Bonds Project Approval Resolution of 2021. This measure was introduced by Chairman Mendelson at the request of the mayor on October 25th, 2021. The proposed resolution was then referred to the committee on November 2nd, 2021. Thereafter, the committee held a public roundtable on this measure last Wednesday, November 10th. The proposed resolution would authorize and provide for the issuance, sale, and delivery of District of Columbia revenue bonds in the aggregate principal amount not to exceed $55 million. The bond proceeds would help DC Prep refund existing DC revenue bonds for its Edgewood facility, refinance its Benning site, which previously received New Market's tax credit financing, fund the renovation and redevelopment of its Wilkinson facility, and fund certain bond issuance costs. Each of these proposed uses comply with Section 490 of the District of Columbia Home Rule Act. DC Prep is a 19-year-old public charter school network of 6 schools serving wards 5, 7, and 8. The charter school network serves over 2,100 students in pre-K through 8th grades. According to its testimony last week, all of DC Prep schools at the time of this last rating are rated Tier 1 by the DC Public Charter School Board. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, I move the draft committee report to print with leave for staff to make technical, editorial, and conforming changes. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 All opposed? The ayes have it unanimously, and the measure is approved. There being no further business before the committee. The time is now 2:49 p.m. and this meeting is adjourned. Thank you all. Appreciate it. Thanks, staff.
Charles, before you get off,
Thanks.
how